My name is Ashutosh. In this video, we will discuss few points about kubeconfig file. When a beginner try to get into Kubernetes world, they face that they have initiated the cluster formation through kubeadm tool. After bootstrapping, they try to access this cluster through master node and doing each and everything through the master node only. This is not the right practice, and what we can do is, even for advanced users, sometimes they struggle, they forgot how we can provide the user information, created new user information to that user, because we cannot share all the information present in the main config file over the master node. So we have to provide the the sorted profile of the config file. So what we can do is, here I have created a Kubernetes cluster with the help of kubeadm tool, right? These two nodes, first one is master, second is worker node, two node cluster. I can show you, this is our master node, and you can see these two nodes cluster can be get from nodes and show the nodes available on this cluster. Now we have our own terminal. This is my terminal on the host system on which I am recording this video, and this is our master node. I have SSH into it. Let me show you again. SSH root at master. So we'll put the password, and now I am inside the master node, right? And the whole purpose of this video is to show how we can access the API through outside of the cluster realm, right? If I am sitting on the master node each and every time, this is not a correct way to access the cluster, right? So this is the first step to learn how we can do much more with the configurations. So in the configuration file, let me show you the configuration file. The path for the configuration file is tc admin.conf, right? This is created by kubeadm tool, not created by me. If you are doing it hard way, then you have to create it by your own, right? After that, what we can do is, I can show you what's inside this file and try to give you a little hint what we can do. Three main components of this file. There are many components, but everything is main, but the important three things are, this is a YAML format, and we have the API version on which this is going to access, and this is our cluster body. It means this is our cluster information. It is a listing. This is cluster, means the name of the cluster inside, means this is our first cluster, which name is Kubernetes. And the endpoint right there, these are the certificates. After that, we go to the context. In some other video, I'll try to explain each and everything in the depth, right? So it depends on your views, your comments, right? In the context section, we can see there are two contexts, right? In these contexts, we can see the cluster information on which this user has given the authority and the name of the context, right? This context you can see here is created by kubeadm tool, not by me. This context is added by me. Going down, I'll cover these in my another video for kubeconfig file, right? And the current context shows what is the current context we are using, which is this one, the kubeadm created. After that, we goes to the last users section. In user section, we have the name of the user and the credentials of the user, means the certificates data, the key data, and this is important. So that's why we cannot share, because this is the root cluster created when we created the cluster. This was created by kubeadm. It is kind of a root to it is similar to the root access to the OS. So this is everything for the, you know, if the user have this, he can do anything, right, on the cluster. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back, and now I have already installed, right, kubectl command. So with kubectl we can access the cluster, right? I have already showed you. ctl get nodes, oops, right? So I am running this command over the master node, but I need my own system. I have to, you know, take care of the security. I'm compliant. I'm not going every time inside the master node to, you know, access the cluster. So what we can do is we have a new user, let's say Ashutosh, and we want to provide the access to this cluster to Ashutosh. So what we can do is, and yeah, I let you know, this video is not about user creation. There is another video for user creation. I have already made that video for you. I'll upload it in some time. So let's create a file named ashu.conf for our new user, and we can provide this file to the user, and he can you know, utilize whatever RBAC we have provided the user, right? What we can do is, RBAC is role-based authentication, right? Just for making sure we are on the same page. And we create, I'm working on Linux host, so vi and ashu.conf. Now go to our master node. Let's open that file. We already have this file in our history. Nope. What we can do is admin.conf, right? What we can do is, we're going down, we'll start from top. We need this API version, we need cluster information also, because we have this endpoint, so we need this. Copy, paste it. We can have our context, just Ashutosh. Please make sure about the indentation, because YAML is so keen about the indentation. And we have the data for user Ashutosh here. Also remember, no spaces. This is encrypted key, so please remember no spaces, because sometimes it might work and you will see that, oh voila, I'm able to access the cluster. So please avoid any errors in the indentation, because it is YAML, and also in keys there should be no spaces, right? Okay, so can we access our cluster now?